Hi, and welcome to Engineering Essentials AutoCAD Instruction. In this episode, we will be taking a look at AutoCAD's coordinate systems. AutoCAD has two coordinate systems, the world coordinate system, which is fixed, and the user coordinate system, which can translate and rotate. Look at the bottom left-hand corner of the drawing area. AutoCAD displays an XY coordinate axes. Notice the W by the axis. The W is going to disappear when we create our own user coordinate system. So let's go to the View tab. You'll notice the coordinate panel. So if I want to move my origin, I would go to the UCS command, User Coordinate System. I would go ahead and hit that, and it's asking for us to specify the origin of the UCS. So I'll specify that. Now it's asking to specify the axis, the x-axis orientation. So we can rotate it, as you can see. So I'll just go ahead and orientate that. Alright, so you can see that I have moved the axis and I've rotated the axis. So now this is a user-defined coordinate system, or a user coordinate system. We can always put that back. So up here we have the UCS world. So if I just click on that, it goes back to the world. And the W reappears. Alright, so you can use all of these commands in the coordinate panel to manipulate your user coordinate system. Or you can use the typed commands. So if I just type UCS, I can do the same thing. I'll type UCS again, and I can put it back to world. You'll notice that in the command window, world is in the brackets, which means it's the default. If I hit enter, that is the command that AutoCAD accepts. So I'll hit enter, and it will go back to world. Alright, so now let's look at the coordinate readout. We took a brief look at the coordinates in the last episode, but in the status bar, you'll notice that we have numbers. These are the drawing coordinates, and you'll notice that they change as my cursor moves around the screen. If I take that cursor down to my origin, you'll notice that it gets very near 0. Of course, I can't really get it to be 0 because I'm not that accurate with my mouse. But it should be very near 0. So now if I move my axis, now this is no longer 0 down in the lower left. This is 0. So you can see I have moved my origin. Oh, I got it to be 0. Alright, so I'm going to take my coordinate, put it back to world. So that is the coordinate readout. Alright, so when you draw an object in AutoCAD, it's defined by coordinate points. So these coordinate positions are important. So everything's defined by a coordinate point. So for example, when you draw a line, the beginning point is a coordinate, and the end point is a coordinate. If you draw a circle, the center point of the circle is a coordinate. So everything really depends on coordinates. So let's look at an example of that. So let's go back to the Home tab, and let's draw a circle. So when you draw a circle, it's asking for the center point. Now you can just click your mouse and give it a center point, but when you're actually drawing a technical drawing, you want to be accurate, right? So you're going to enter a coordinate point. So let's go ahead and enter 10, 5. That means 10 units in the X direction and 5 units in the Y direction. So that's where my center point is, and I will give it a radius of 2. So now everything is defined by exact coordinates and exact distances. So let's say that I want to draw a circle relative to a rectangle. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw a rectangle. I don't know where I'm gonna put this rectangle. Let's say I'm gonna put this rectangle here, and the rectangle is 4 by 4. So you can see that the command is giving me some choices. I want to specify dimensions for the rectangle, making it 4 by 4. And then we have a square. Now, I don't know where I placed that rectangle. I just clicked my mouse. But I know I want to place a circle exactly in the center of that rectangle. How do I do it? I can do it by using a user coordinate system. So I'm going to go ahead and use my UCS, place my origin at the corner of the rectangle. Now I have an origin right there. So I know exactly where my circle should be, right? If I know my rectangle is 4 by 4, I know the circle center should be 2, 2. So this is where user coordinate systems really come in handy. All right, so let's go ahead and put the circle right at the center. 2, 2, make the radius 2, and there you go. We have a circle right in the middle. If I was not able to move my coordinate system, I would have no idea where to put that circle. All right, so there's a little bit about coordinate systems, and I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you in the next episode.